Blood on the pavement, the flashing red and blue lights reflecting off the cold, hard concrete of the hospital parking garage. Two women fighting for their absolute lives on the ground, and the chief of police standing over them with a completely vacant, terrifying look in her eyes. Nobody saw this coming. Everything may have just changed forever in Port Charles. This could be the biggest mistake of someone's life, and the absolute destruction of a legacy we have watched for decades. If you ask me, we are looking at the end of an era. The police are forced to draw their weapons on their own boss. The paramedics are rushing in, screaming for backup, and the victims, one is a doctor who just got her life back, and the other is a legacy character we thought was safely out of the immediate danger zone. But that is not even the biggest surprise. Let us back up, because the dominoes are falling fast, and they are crushing absolutely everyone in their path. It all starts with Anna Devane. You all know she just took back the police chief badge, kicking Dante Falconeri to the curb. But what nobody knows, what she has been hiding behind closed doors and fake smiles, is that she is completely losing her grip on reality. The ghost of Peter August is haunting her. He is in her ear, whispering poison, twisting her mind, and pushing her down a dark, destructive path of violent revenge. And who is the ultimate target of this hallucination-fueled rage? Britt Westbourne. But wait, it gets worse. Britt is already spiraling out of control. She just found out her Huntington's disease was a fake diagnosis orchestrated by Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell. She survived the poison vials. She survived the extradition from Tortola. She even survived Jason Morgan, completely shattering her heart by prioritizing Danny and leaving her in the dust. Britt is fragile, angry, and lashing out at everyone at General Hospital, especially the newly arrived doctor, Tristan Roberts. She even screamed at Anna Devane in the middle of the hospital, demanding a little compassion. That was her fatal mistake. That public outburst was the exact trigger Peter August's ghost needed to convince Anna that Britt had to die. And then everything spiraled. Anna uses her ultimate power as police chief to track Britt's movement. She isolates her. She corners her in a place where no one is supposed to be. Anna is fully convinced she is taking down a villain, completely blind to the terrifying fact that she is becoming one herself. She attacks. It is brutal. It is unhinged. Britt is fighting for her life against a highly trained WSB legend who has completely snapped. Guys, this is where it gets interesting. Enter Maxie Jones. We all know Kirsten Storms has relocated back to Los Angeles in real life, and the signs have been pointing to a massive on-screen return for Maxie. We knew she was coming back to shake up the Deception corporate battle with Michael Corinthos and Tracy Quartermain, but nobody expected her to walk straight into a bloody crime scene. Maxie is just in the wrong place at the exact right time, or maybe the wrong time, depending on how you look at it. Maxie hears the struggle echoing through the concrete pillars. She walks around the corner expecting maybe a mugging, maybe a disagreement between staff. Instead, she sees Anna Devane, the woman who has protected this town for years, the woman who is supposed to be the law violently attacking Britt. Maxie freezes. Her brain cannot process what she is seeing, but she does not run away. She pulls out her phone. She dials 911. She reports a violent assault. But who do you call when the attacker is the chief of police? Here is where things get messy. Maxie cannot just stand there and wait for the squad cars to arrive. Britt is losing the fight. Anna is relentless, driven by the phantom voice of Peter August telling her to finish the job and wipe out the Faison bloodline once and for all. Maxie drops her phone. She leaps into the chaos. She throws herself onto Anna, desperately trying to pull the highly trained agent off of Britt. It is absolute pandemonium. A new secret drops right here. Anna does not even recognize Maxie. In Anna's hallucination-riddled mind, Maxie is just another enemy, maybe even another manifestation of Peter's twisted legacy trying to stop her mission. Anna turns her lethal skills on Maxie. The struggle turns incredibly bloody. Both Maxie and Britt are taking heavy hits. Maxie is fighting with everything she has, fueled by pure adrenaline and the desperate need to save her sister-in-law's sister, her friend, the woman she has bonded with over so much shared trauma. The chain reaction is unstoppable. The attack on Britt forces Maxie to intervene. Maxie intervening makes Anna more violent. Anna's escalating violence leads to severe, life-threatening injuries for both Maxie and Britt. The dominoes are crashing into each other at top speed, and there is no stopping the absolute destruction of these families. What happened next may be even worse. The sirens finally wail in the distance. The flashing lights pierce the darkness of the garage. Harrison Chase and the PCPD officers arrive on the scene, weapons drawn, expecting to take down a random street thug. Instead, Chase shines his flashlight and sees his own boss, Chief Anna Devane, standing over the battered, bleeding bodies of Maxie Jones and Britt Westbourne. Chase is paralyzed. He just got his detective badge back thanks to Anna. She tested his loyalty. She brought him back into the fold when he was lost. And now he has to slap cuffs on her. He has to read her rights. He has to arrest the most respected woman in law enforcement for attempted murder. Anna does not even resist. She just stares blankly into the distance, the ghost of Peter August smiling over her shoulder. But that is not even the biggest surprise. The paramedics rush Maxie and Britt to General Hospital. The emergency room is thrown into absolute chaos. Doctor. Tristan Roberts and Isaiah Gannon have to put aside their personal vendettas to try and save these two women. Portia Robinson is dealing with her newborn, but the hospital is in full lockdown mode. The injuries are critical. Maxie risked everything, and it might cost her her life. Britt finally got her death sentence lifted, only to be handed a new one by Anna Devane. Let us talk about the ripple effects, because the fallout from this is going to tear Port Charles apart. Felicia Scorpio is going to lose her mind. She has been investigating the Cassius Phazon twin swap, trying to prove Anna's crazy theories right, for James's sake. Now, her best friend has just violently attacked her daughter. Felicia's going to have to choose between the woman who is like a sister to her and her own flesh and blood lying in a coma. The betrayal is going to destroy her. And what about Jason Morgan? He just got back to town. He just rejected Britt to focus on Danny. He completely ignored her, breaking her heart. But when Jason hears that Britt is bleeding out on an operating table because of Anna Devane, the guilt is going to consume him. Will he go after Anna? Will he blame himself for not being there to protect her? Jason's vow to leave the mob and live a peaceful life might be shattered before it even begins. Sonny Corinthos is going to have to pull him back from doing something he will regret for the rest of his life. Guys, the PCPD is completely compromised. Dante Falconeri was just ousted by Anna. Now that Anna is behind bars, Dante is going to have to step back up and clean up this massive disaster. But how can the public trust the police when their chief is an attempted murderer? The missing evidence, the corruption, the cover-ups with Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell, it is all going to blow up in their faces. Jack Brennan is sitting at Turning Woods right now, laughing his head off because the PCPD is destroying itself from the inside out and doing his dirty work for him. And wait, we have to talk about deception. Maxie's return to Los Angeles and Port Charles was supposed to be a triumphant business comeback. She was about to finalize a massive deal with Michael Corinthos, transferring her shares to shake up the company. She was teaming up with Lucy Coe and Serena Baldwin to oust Tracy and Brooklyn. But with Maxie fighting for her life in the ICU, the entire corporate structure of deception is vulnerable. Tracy Quartermain is not going to miss a beat. She is ruthless. When she hears Maxie is incapacitated, Tracy is going to swoop in like a vulture and launch a hostile takeover. Lucy Coe is going to panic. Serena Baldwin is going to have to step up and fight a corporate war without her main ally. Brooklyn Quartermain, who is already drowning in guilt over framing Willow Kane for the hit and run, is going to use this distraction to solidify her own power and hide her crimes. The entire business landscape of Port Charles is going to shift overnight because of one violent attack. Every single storyline is colliding right now. The cold fusion mess, the twin swap, the hospital board drama, the deception corporate takeover. It all intersects at the exact moment Anna Devane loses her mind and Maxie Jones steps in to stop her. The town will never be the same. The trust is broken. The alliances are shattered, but Here is the real kicker. The absolute most terrifying part of this entire scenario. Anna Devane is sitting in an interrogation room at her own police station. The room is cold, lit only by a harsh fluorescent bulb. Her hands are cuffed to the metal table. The blood of her friends is on her clothes. Harrison Chase and Dante Falconeri are standing on the other side of the two-way mirror, sick to their stomachs, trying to figure out how to interrogate their mentor. But Anna is not looking at the mirror. She is not looking at her bloody hand. She is looking at the empty chair in the corner of the room. She slowly turns her head, and a sinister, chilling smile creeps across her face. She is listening to a voice no one else can hear. Peter August is not done yet. What if this arrest was not a failure? What if Anna getting locked inside the PCPD with full access to the evidence room and the internal systems was exactly what Peter's ghost wanted all along?
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.